looking at the AFC. If anything were to happen where, let's just say, the Chiefs got knocked off.
Hold on, shout out Chris Miles. What up, Chris Miles? Chiefs get knocked off.
Do you think Baker can win a Super Bowl? Like, I think the Browns can win a Super Bowl. Like, I'm not saying they would. We all think everybody's favorite is the Chiefs. But when you look at the AFC quarterbacks, outside of Mahomes, any of them other dudes like Phillip Rivers, Big Ben, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, you're like, man, the Browns could beat any of them teams. It ain't like they're playing. It ain't like they got like Peyton Manning.
Let me answer this. I'll try to be as specific as I can without getting too far out of depth. I believe that Baker Mayfield can't win a Super Bowl, but he could not mess the Super Bowl up.
Yeah.
So we're on the same page.
Yeah, exactly.
They have a dominant defense.
No, the defense, they got a dominant D-line. The secondary raggedy, but the D-line is good. The run game is where it's at, though.
They got two top-tier running backs.
Yep.
Chubb and Hunt can what up, Scoop, can get it done, honestly, with the best of them. So do I think he personally, like if when Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl, that was Aaron Rodgers. When Mahomes came back on my team, the 49ers, I was like, nah, like Mahomes, like they have Mahomes, we have Garoppolo. Like, that's the deal. Could he not mess it up and his team run the ball and then the play action gets working and things get going for Baker Mayfield? Absolutely. I'm not quick to hang it up on a quarterback, and I think you'd be foolish to do so. I think one thing we've learned from the Chiefs and we keep seeing, Miami Dolphins got up 10-0. It's very common for the Chiefs to let a team get a lead, and then Mahomes tries to buckle down. Brittany, you played 14 years in the league, won a championship. You don't win championships like that. Good teams, you come out to compete off rip. So they're definitely in a light where they can go and get snuck or get beat on, and that defense ain't great. So now, if Mahomes ain't Mahomes, fam, like, where are you if you're the Chiefs? And the smartest thing for Mahomes is, and we talked about this on CBS with the Opinionated 7-Footer show, he had a very team-friendly deal. He understood if he took up all the money in his contract early, everyone looked at $500 million. It's a long-term deal. If he took up all the money early, there was no chance he would have had of going out and getting the championship.
Let's get my bad, man. I had to jump in with some football. We know we got Monday Night Football tonight, but let's kick off with some. Let's get into the basketball, man. Let's get into the basketball side of things.
I want to ask you this. Hold on, man, because for those who don't know, me and B's chemistry is so good because I don't think there are moments where we care if there's a camera in front of us. Like, if you ever behind the scenes at NBA TV or in the basketball gyms with us playing pickup ball, like, we just talk. So me and B text all the time. Like, y'all don't hear nothing from him differently than this dude says, behind the scenes, so to speak. So clearly, Houston Rockets are making a push and saying, and you actually agree with this, they want another superstar back for James Harden. They're saying that they want Kyrie back. They're not going for that. They're not taking it, so it doesn't look like this move to the Nets is going to happen unless there's something unforeseen in the works, or another team is going to have to make a major swap for James Harden.
The Nets don't have picks. Like I'm telling you, like, if you're going to trade James Harden, dog, you need to get a Godfather deal like David Griffin got for Anthony Davis. You need to get a Godfather deal like what's Buddy's name in Toronto? I can't think of his name. The president of basketball operations, though. Masai.
Masai Ujiri.
See, people don't realize that Masai Ujiri was also involved in that massacre when they traded Carmelo to the Knicks and they got all those picks and players. Man, they got everything. They got everything off the Knicks. That's what you got to do. If you're gonna trade a player like a James Harden, a Carmelo Anthony, or Anthony Davis, you got to make sure either we're getting a star back or we're cleaning out your closet. We ain't doing no discount deals because James wants to go here. Sorry. He ain't Akeem Olajuwon. They might maybe like Akeem Olajuwon when he got older said I want to be traded. They'd have done it. Hey, he brought 2 titles to the town. We'll do you a solid. Hey James, you ain't brought no titles to the town. So listen, man, we ain't gonna do you like that. We're gonna trade you to the best place for us. And the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks don't make sense right now.
Scoop put out that he expects his Harden deal to get done soon.
It has to get done. It has to get done. You know why this deal has to get done?
Why is that? Why is that?
He's still saying he wants to be traded. Regardless of the moves made, he wants to be traded. So you already know. You know how the locker room go. John Wall looking at him like this. Oh, I'm here. You just don't even care. You just think I'm chopped liver? Well, take your. Hey, listen. I know we don't curse on the show. But I'm gonna say what John Wall probably thinking. Well, take your punk ass on. That's like if you're in the locker room and I got traded and I'm a star and I got traded to your team and all of a sudden you're still like, yeah, I don't want to be here. Dog, if you're John Wall, you gotta take that personally. Oh, he don't think I'm good enough. You gotta take that. So guess what now? Yeah, James gotta go. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but he gotta go. Because if I'm John Wall, I'm like, oh, I mean, I know you done did some stuff, but let's don't get it twisted like you won 3 chips. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey. So I think, yeah, they definitely have to get James up out of there, but they're going to do it on their time, and they're going to make sure they send him somewhere where they can get the most value.
It's funny you say that. I don't know if you saw the reports. Adrian Wojnarowski, he put out, and I think there's always a little bit in between what you hear people say, and they said, you know, he preferred John Wall over Russell Westbrook. And yeah, I'm sure he was cool with John Wall, but John Wall ain't no like saving grace. Like it wasn't like, oh, like I'd rather play with him. Like it was more so James Harden wants to get out of Houston. There's no player that's gonna make him stay. Between James Harden, the front office of Houston, and his guy Daryl Morey being gone, and Mike D'Antoni out of there, and I don't know if those are parts of it. He doesn't want to be there either. I think, you know, there's a level of self-awareness when it comes to James Harden, and it's funny. Some may complain that
you think there's self-awareness there.
I'm going to give you the level where I say there's self-awareness with James Harden. Yeah. James Harden's not pulling the Kyrie in Cleveland saying, I want my own team, I want my own recognition. He's coming out pulling the send me to a good team so I can be seen. Send me to a good team so I can win a championship. Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom, where you at?
Hey, Mama Holland's in the building.
He's saying, send me to a team so I can get a championship. He's not saying I'm good enough on my own. He's not saying send me anywhere, I'm going to get you a championship. That's not what James Harden is saying, fam. So when I'm looking at James Harden, I think that self-awareness that he knows he needs help. He knows he needs help. He knows the time is ticking, and if he's going to go out and get a championship, he ain't got too much more time left. So I think that's an awareness that for some stars to say, oh, I want to be the man, you know, build around me, this and that. Like, that's a whole, bro, that's so hard to be the man on a championship, bro. It's the ultimate reward. It's the ultimate stripe. But some of the best in history have to realize they're not good enough on their own to do. Kawhi Leonard came in rare company in Toronto, but it was a perfect ready-made situation where Golden State ended up getting hurt. LeBron James was not good enough to do that. LeBron James went and learned that in South Beach from Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade was good enough to go out and be the man on the championship. You play with Dirk, I play with Dirk. The Dirk, we didn't have enough pieces around Dirk, but he was close. When you play with Dirk, he was that dude. James Harden, I believe, has a self-awareness to say that he's not enough. Do I think he's maturely handling the situation? I don't know. Is there like a right or wrong way to be handling this trade situation? It's always gets ugly. Anthony Davis ain't a bad dude, but Anthony Davis was walking in with shirts talking about that's all, folks. And then for a glimmer, a second, Anthony Davis is I don't know, is he a bad dude or selfish? I don't know what they were calling him. Is there any right or wrong way for James Harden to go about this situation?
Listen, whenever you're trying to force your way out of somewhere, it's never pretty. It's just like in marriage. There's never really a pretty divorce. There's never really divorce. Everybody says, hey, man, you good, I'm good. Hey, we're going to split everything amicably and right down the middle. And, hey, we don't need no lawyers. Nah. Normally it gets ugly at some point. Normally somebody says, I want the house. Somebody else, hey, somebody wants custody of the kids. Like normally anytime there's a divorce or a messy breakup, yeah, it gets a little ugly. There's no right way for James to do this. He's going to piss people off. There's 10 rules to this game. I'm going to share with you too. The people going to hate you for whatever you do. And at the end of the day, the great philosopher Tupac. And at the end of the day, James was going to piss people off. Now, do I think he should have done that by skipping training camp and going to the club with little baby? No. That's a bad look. That's a bad message. But if he wants out, that's okay. That's fine. I have questions as to why, though, because it seems to me that Houston's getting a raw deal if they sell James for peanuts. They did everything possible to try to help James Harden win a championship. They said, hey, James, who? Okay, you don't want Kevin McHale as coach? I know we just went to the Western Conference Finals, but we'll fire him. James, you want Dwight Howard? Okay, we got Dwight Howard. You off Dwight Howard? Okay, don't worry, James. We can get off him. We're gonna bring Chris Paul in. Okay, James, you got Chris Paul. You don't like Chris Paul now either. Okay, hold on, James. We can get rid of Chris Paul too. We're gonna bring in Russ. We're gonna bring in your boy. Y'all dance together. Hey, we're gonna bring in Russ. Well, what? Oh, you don't think you and Russ can win now? Oh, okay. Well, hold on. Before you leave, we'll trade every center on our team. We'll make it small ball and just run up and down the court. Offense still be built around you. We'll let you take 1,000 shots, average 35. Like, dog, they did everything possible for James. He didn't win a title. So if I'm Houston, I don't care what James does. We did everything for you. We did everything for you. You just couldn't deliver. So now, hold on. So now when I trade you, I'm going to trade you somewhere where I get the most value. That might not be to a championship level team.
Here's the deal, though, bro. If I'm Houston, you get Daryl Morey out of there. You get the coach out of there. You get Westbrook out of there for an injured John Wall. You sign up a Boogie Cousins, and I'm happy to see those two guys playing together and doing well. How committed to winning are they? James Harden is used to the Houston Rockets that are always shooting for the stars. They've been the spoiling parent. You know, we both got daughters. When you give your kids everything, here's the iPad, here's ice cream, here's this, here's that. When you get to the point where you want to pull back and you want to say, nah, man, we ain't doing that. You're going to take this first-year head coach. You're going to take John Wall because Russ wanted out, and then you're going to play. He's like, no, I don't want to roll with that no more. He's not with that. So is there an element where, look, man, Houston created their own problems?
Well, you said how committed to winning is Houston. Could Houston ask James the same question? There were some years when Kevin McHale got fired, you showed up the training camp out of shape. How committed to winning were you? Hey, there were some years in the playoffs where you didn't show up. How committed to winning were you? Dog, they had to bench him in the playoff series to get back in it. I think wasn't that against your Clippers?
Not my Clippers, but I know what you're talking about. He went playing. This was the Olay defense.
Yeah, the Clippers were dead in the water, down 3-1, about to lose in LA. And Houston, had to bench James to get back into the series. Well, so like there are times when what he does with the nightlife has been brought into question. What you do on your days off has been brought into question. So when you say that Houston right now wasn't trying, they had questions about were they trying to win, couldn't they have had this exact same questions for James as a leader on that team?
No, you're right. You're right. Look, man, at the end of the day, here's the difference between NBA and NFL and other leagues. It's a players' league, dog. So our stars have a right to get up and walk when they want to. Now, it ain't always going to be pretty. It's an ugly breakup, and you had the best analogy because it sucks for everybody, a divorce. It's literally a divorce that you see going out and happening. Let me make an announcement to you guys. If you guys bought a badge, IG is still bugging and tripping. So whenever you write, do me a favor, write
Scott,
it all
Rock.
caps.
Hey, Scott, go to homage.com. They got all the Rock t-shirts on there. The Rock says.
Right. Okay, so Jose Huerta, Coach D, Rich Ali Comedy, SoCal Warrior, and Straight as Guy James. Make sure you guys write in all caps when you write so I can pin those comments. Make it easy on me. I'm trying my best. Forgive me if I miss anything. For the second time, there was a showdown between the Lakers and Clippers. I know you worked Friday. You saw the first. Am I going to say his name right? Taylor Horton Jr.? How good is that kid? Is he legit? Is this the guy that's going to be seeing major minutes? Is he going to be sliding in? You know, Dennis Schroeder, we're talking about I'm the starting point guard. Is this the guy that could slide LeBron and Schroeder to the side and say, dog, start me. I need to play, or is this just preseason ball? How serious? Because we can tell a little bit, B, how serious is this?
I think that he's going to have a chance to play major minutes this year. LeBron stamped him. He's looked good in the preseason, and LeBron stamped him.
What LeBron do?
LeBron came out there and said, yo, this kid's going to be special. Y'all just watch. He stamped him. So that means LeBron rolling with you. Well, listen, we already know LeBron has a major hand in how things are done out there in L.A. And, hey, his way works, so I ain't mad at it. You know, Anthony, whether he wants Anthony
Taylor
Davis.
Horton with clutch?
I don't know, but if not, he will. Hey, he will be soon.
I would too.
I seen how that went. Hey, J.R. Smith, he had a different agent when he got traded to the Knicks. Halfway through the season, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be a free agent soon." Yo, Rich Paul, I need you, baby. Hey, what they gonna do? Tell LeBron ain't gonna get his guy? So,
hey, boy, that's where you messed up, B. That's where you messed up in Cleveland. You ain't go clutch. Go clutch and go home, man.
I was so old, Clutch probably didn't even want me though, man. Clutch probably like, man, brother. Rich would have been like, brother, I love you, man. I can't do no with you, man. But I will say this though. If LeBron is rolling with you, then I think you have a real shot to play. Whether he's going to be a star, who knows? But could he be a rotational player? Hell yeah. He could definitely be a rotational player. And I think that early on in the season, they could use him even more because I think we're going to see a lot of, well, possibly, I'm just speculating, a lot of load management from the Lakers because over the years, everybody's always said, oh, man, load management is unfair to the fans. Well, most fans won't be at the games. So as long as it's not a major television game, if it's a soft Tuesday and LeBron James is playing against, the Memphis Grizzlies, if they rest him, no one's going to care. And I think that's where you got a Taylor Horton. If he's in the rotation, maybe you up his minutes and maybe he gets a chance to really shine. So this kid, we're going to see this kid have a chance to get some time this season. I'm not saying he's going to be a star, but I think he can be in the rotation for sure.
In terms of load management, I want to touch on that. LeBron said he plans on load managing this season. And clearly, the Lakers are going to be very careful about that. I don't buy it. When I think about the way that LeBron James plays, he can cruise to 28, 8, and 8. So he can jog or walk to 25 and 5. I think LeBron just plays less minutes, fam. I think he's such a creature of habit. I don't think he sits games out, B. Now, the danger is, and I haven't looked at the schedule, I assume there's some triple back-to-backs in the season. I don't know how the NBA crunched it together, but I remember when we came back from the lockout, a lot of people don't remember, we played 3 games in 3 nights. Back-to-backs are tough. Triple back-to-back is completely different, dog. I remember, we had a soft schedule with the Celtics, so that last game was against the Bobcats, man. We came out and it was me, Brandon Bass, and whoever. We got the dub. we were able to, skew the game that way. So I think LeBron is not going to be sitting out games the way that we think. But I think he's just going to be LeBron and just be smart about the way he does it. Do you see him fully sitting out games, or do you think he doesn't have a choice?
I think he's going to fully sit out some games this year with LeBron turning 36 fairly soon. With this being a shortened off season, so he didn't get the rest that he normally gets, and then more importantly, what you described is not load management. So if you ask people that talk to you about load management isn't you come out there and play 15 minutes because you still work the body up, you still worked out, you stretch it. Load management.
How would you define less minutes, less game minutes?
No. You, like what I'm saying is if you say, man, Braun, instead of playing you 38 minutes, we're gonna play you 28 minutes. That's not load management. He's still running, jumping, shooting the basketball, defensive sliding, running into other players, still putting work on his body, putting miles on the body, right? Load management is when you say, hey, we're gonna let you rest today. Don't do anything today. We're going to get the massages out. We're going to make sure that we let the body reload. That's what load management is. So what you're describing isn't load management by cutting less minutes. So I think we will see LeBron load manage this season.
So we're just calling it less minutes. That's not load management. It's less minutes.
Less minutes is not load management. Less minutes is not load management. Load management is when you're literally managing how many games. So you're saying, hey, no, I want you to take this day off so your body can rest, recuperate, heal. If you go out there and play 25 minutes, yeah, you didn't play your normal minutes, but you didn't load manage because your body, you still had to put some wear and tear on the body. The body still has to recover from that. That's why it's not load management.
And also, I want to make this announcement again, guys. Shout
Appreciate
out
Justin.
He's been repping with us with a 3-star badge. Guys, if you got a badge, I want to pin your comment and make sure we respond. You guys have been amazing. I'm not able to see the badges in you guys' names, so write in all caps. If you buy the badge today, please write in all caps. Those people know who they are. And if I'm not mistaken, as far as the load management, I think it's going to be okay as long as it's not a nationally televised game, which is common sense. But like,
we're going to see a lot of load management. No,
yeah, but load management, it always existed until Kawhi just abused it. Like, we never said, like, it was never a thing, fam. Until, like, I played with Antoine Jameson, like, yo, I'm not playing him all night. Like, I'm not playing him back-to-back. Like, Antoine, listen, Kawhi Leonard came out, saw the schedule, was not injured, not hurt, and said, I'm not going to play January 21st. I'm not playing this game. Like, dog,
that's cap, bro. That's cap. If you talk to anybody in the Toronto organization, they'll say that when Kawhi Leonard came to the team, he didn't just say, I'm not playing this game, that game, and that game. What Kawhi Leonard said, because he still was not healthy from the quad injury. They still had work to do, so they didn't want him playing in back-to-back games because they wanted him.
He pulled that. Clippers, he pulled that. Maybe not Toronto, Clippers, yeah.
Well, listen, it worked.
I got no problem with Kawhi doing it. I got no problem with Kawhi doing it, but when they go to you and ask you, now it becomes a thing. But for me, it always happened in the league. Like dog, you know, I know it was preseason. Dog, I was in Charlotte. We were playing y'all. And we talked about like, yo, when's the first time you realized Gil is crazy? And we all getting ready. It was a Martin Luther King day or something like that. Dog. I forget what it was. It was an early game. And like, we warmed up, we going through it, and y'all walked in. And Gilbert had on his street clothes. And we were like, yo, like, Gil, like, you all right? What's up? Like, came in later. He was like, oh, heck no, it's too early. Y'all know I'm not playing. Like, I'm not going. I was like, dog, like, whoa, like, you just chose not to play. He was like, nah, it's only 10 a.m. Y'all be glad I showed up today. I was like, man, this dude is nuts. But I bring that up to say, dog, it was a very common thing. It's a very, very common thing. It's just when Kawhi did it,
you want to know who,
go ahead.
You want to know who load managed last year? Russell Westbrook. They load managed him all year long, and no one said anything.
Right.
Yeah, they're going. Hey, listen, there's going to be a lot of load management this year. Russell Westbrook's going to get load managed. They've already said he's not playing in back-to-backs. I work for the Wizards. I work for the Wizards now, so trust me. He's not going to be playing in back-to-backs. LeBron James is going to be load managed. Kevin Durant is going to be load managed. If they know what's good, they load manage Kyrie too, because this guy continuously gets hurt. There's going to be a lot of guys getting load managed this season.
And if we even think about that last run, and probably second to last run for the Warriors, they load managed their whole team. You didn't know which Warriors were going to show up. Now, they weren't as big of a name as I would say. If you go to watch the Clippers, you're going to watch Kawhi Leonard. If you're going to watch the Warriors, you're going to watch Steph Curry. But if Steph Curry doesn't play, you still saw KD. You still saw Draymond. You still saw, Clay. You saw a lot of different teams play. So the biggest thing that made a mistake, man, is that Kawhi did it for some reason against the Bucks. And the night before it was like sharp. It was just a regular team, like Utah. I can't even remember who it was. And he sat out against Giannis. And it's like, dog, ESPN, TNT, NBA TV, Fox, everybody had projected these storylines and articles around you playing against Giannis Antetokounmpo after y'all matched off in the Eastern Conference Finals, and then you sat out. So, look, it was a big boy move from Kawhi, but I don't think he knew clearly, nor did he care the awareness that he was going to bring to the matter, because load managing has always been a thing, but Kawhi could care less about playing against, Giannis Antetokounmpo 32 games into the season, but you got to understand from a money aspect, from a business aspect, where you want your check for $200 million, $190 million, whatever Kawhi makes. It's not the small games, it's the nationally televised games. And when he sat out, that's why it became a really, really big deal. Like, am I wrong?
No, I mean that's pretty much what happened, and that's why we're going to see load management this year at an all-time high. But what they're going to do is they're going to make sure all the nationally televised games, the stars play.
You better play.
But in some of these small time, like some of these smaller games, like, hey man, on a random night, if Kawhi or LeBron or KD, if they're playing against a team like, who, somebody like that's maybe not quite as popular, like if they're playing against the Detroit Pistons. Like the league's not gonna care about that, and that's just what it is. But speaking of, and I brought the Detroit Pistons up for a reason. Speaking of Detroit Pistons, LiAngelo Ball, your thoughts on this, was cut by the Detroit Pistons the other day. I think he was cut. Might have been cut. What's today? He was cut today. Right? Have you seen this article?
I didn't see the article. I saw LeVar was mad on. LeVar was doing a Q&A on Bleacher and went off on him. He was heated.
Yeah. LiAngelo Ball was cut by the Detroit Pistons. This was LeVar Ball's response to his son being cut. Or waived. He's not high, he's waived. I definitely have thoughts on that. People in Detroit are great. I love the fans, but the franchise over there is raggedy as hell. They don't know a good player. I was giving them a lottery pick for free. He has the skills to play and the notoriety to bring everybody to the game. Yeah. How do you throw that out the window? They're gonna learn the hard way. My boys are gonna end up together playing somewhere. Jello can shoot the lights out. That was raggedy what they did to him, but hey, they're gonna learn the hard way. No, LeVar, you're gonna learn the hard way. You're consistently making it hard on your children. LeVar, to get your kids to this point, was an incredible father. I don't think anybody should say anything about the job that LeVar did to get two boys into the NBA as lottery picks, and one possible, right? One, maybe Jello makes it one day. But there comes a time in every man's life where he has to sit back, look himself in the mirror and say, the way I'm going about things is wrong. LeVar, do you think with your son being a shaky prospect at best, like, listen, this kid wasn't a 5-star recruit. He was like a three-star recruit that was going to UCLA. Didn't nobody think he was going to be one and done at UCLA?
He should still be at UCLA right now.
Yeah, didn't nobody think he was going to be one and done at UCLA before he went to China and started trying to play around and get the 5-finger discount? Like there was no way in the world anybody thought LiAngelo Ball was going to be a lottery pick. So for LeVar Ball to come out here and talk crazy like I'm giving you a lottery pick, it's ridiculous. And then for him to call the Detroit Pistons franchise raggedy as hell and say that they're not doing things the right way, whether he's right or wrong, this doesn't help LiAngelo. He's a fringe player. And what you know, Ryan, when you're a fringe player, you got to do everything right. Or what they will do is they'll pass you over for another.
Absolutely.
So I'm wondering, like, when is the light bulb going to go off in LeVar Ball's head that maybe I should just fade into the background and shut the hell up? You have done an incredible job to get your kids to this point. Let them live their life in the limelight, and I need you to step in the background. LeVar's that guy that didn't get the memo. And he's in the, let's just say his family is the Jackson 5. He don't realize that he's Tito. He's trying to get in the back and be in the front like he's Michael Jackson. Bro, you're Tito. You might be Jermaine. Just learn the damn steps and fade into the background. You are not to be out in front. LeVar Ball does not understand that. I think he is hurting LiAngelo. I think he hurt Lonzo early in his career. And
Absolutely.
I hope none of his talking wears off on LaMelo. LaMelo looks like he's a different breed, but still, man, it's time for LeVar to fade into the background.
Speaking of LaMelo, shout out Clearly Crystal for the badge. For those who are in, if you get a chance, write in all caps, throw some emojis behind it. Help me notice what's going on. Maybe some red emojis or something so I can see your comments a little better. For some reason, the badges aren't showing up, but we want to make sure we honor.
Hold on one second. Young Slime Face. Great name, by the way. You said don't tell LeVar how to raise his children. His children are grown. The
They ain't
first thing
children
I
no
said,
more.
yeah,
They ain't children no more.
the
He did
first
a
thing I
good job
said was,
raising them. They
yeah,
ain't children no more.
first thing I said was LeVar did an excellent job raising his children. Excellent. He instilled work ethic in them. He did an excellent job getting these boys to this point. But guess what though? They're grown, they're young men now. So when your boys turn into young men, it's time for you to fade into the background. LeVar has never gotten that memo. He's always been too far out front. And even with the big ball, just think about the big baller brand, all that stuff, forcing Lonzo to be a part of that. He cost Lonzo $12 million that he'll never get back. Nike had a $10 million deal for Lonzo that he didn't take to be a part of Big Baller Brand. And then the person that LeVar put in place in Big Baller Brand stole $2 million from Lonzo. Do the math. He cost the boy $12 million that he'll never get back. LeVar, it's time for you to step back and get out of the way. If LiAngelo's ever going to make a team, you're not helping him by calling the teams that cut him raggedy. Now teams ain't gonna want to deal with him because they're not gonna want to deal with you.
Yeah. And speaking of that, I don't know if you saw LaMelo the other night, but his offense wasn't there. The scoring wasn't there. It looked like, players are just kind of too big for him. But as far as pushing the basketball and rebounding, he was different. He came off the bench and he changed the whole tempo. He changed the entire tempo for the Hornets, and they started running. They went small. It was just fun basketball to watch. He didn't shoot the ball well, and that's something you called out.
No. Hold on. No. Time out, Ron. Hold on. Because the whole draft process, when I kept saying LaMelo don't shoot the ball, you were saying that he shoots the ball well. I seen him playing at this high school summer league. I said, Brian, when the lights come on, the boy didn't shoot the ball well this year. He shot 20-something% in Australia. That don't mean anything. I seen him in the Drew League. The Drew League. Are you really? Are you?
Props. I try to give you props. At least for right now, he did not shoot the ball well and finish well, but he passed extremely well. And to honor what you said, I was adamant that he's a much better shooter than his brother. Now that story ain't all the way told yet, but at least for right now, and y'all can verify in the chat, those who've been rapping with us for that long, Brendan was adamant that he shot the ball horribly and he got a mass threes. And I'm extremely nervous about what I said because there's an Instagram clip of him working on his shot and he dribbles in place 5 times and then just jacks up a 3. I'm like, fam, that ain't it. Fam, that ain't it. So I still believe he's a better shooter off the bounce than Lonzo, but for right now, he's doing this and he's all.
I mean, just like saying he's a better shooter off the bounce than Lonzo is, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that really a compliment? You know what I'm saying? That would be like me saying, man, I'm faster than Kendrick Perkins in a foot race. Wouldn't nobody care? That don't make me fast. You know what I'm saying? Me and Perk both slow right now. You know what I'm saying?
He's got more of a mentality to score the basketball. Lonzo wouldn't mind having 0 points. LaMelo feels some type of way about not scoring points, so we'll see what he does about it. Can we agree there?
LaMelo's strength is he's a big guard. Rebounding, pushing tempo is what he's going to do well, and getting assists. It's going to take him, if he works hard diligently, 2 to 3 seasons for the offense to kick in like it needs to, and that's okay. He's in Charlotte. Like, he's going to have time to develop that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's cool. It's okay.
And I want to answer something my man said. He said, well, Ryan, why you not on ESPN no more? So right now I do stuff on radio with ESPN. I do some stuff with social. But as far as contract-wise, if you don't have a full-time contract, there's a difference. There's part-time contracts, freelance, and full-time contracts. All these networks, COVID is hitting all of us. So if you're not on a full-time contract, all that part-time stuff is done because they got to trim back the money, all right? So it's bang for their buck. So right now, they get radio interviews out of me. They get, some social stuff, whatever, a guest appearance or whatever. But if you ain't full-time,
I'm thankful. I'm thankful for my little full-time NBA TV contract. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And listen, and all the full-time people that could vacation and chill and kind of hang out, now you about to earn that money now. Hey, B, I'm going to tell you right now.
Hold on. Did Get Right Fitness say, damn, I keep forgetting about COVID? Boy, how?
Boy, how old are you? You know what? The young people, they living. Young people, they living, they like COVID what? COVID
Man,
what?
I think it was like Lil Wayne's daughter's birthday or somebody. Dog, I seen these pictures on Instagram in Atlanta of the club on fire. I'm like, no mask. I'm like, yo, did these people not realize that this is like a COVID cesspool? Wow.
Oh, Gentry, you
Hey,
old,
hey,
bro.
Keith,
You should be worried about COVID like us. Me and
chill
Brittany,
out.
we full mask, full.
Hey, Keith, chill out. Keith's always counting my money, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man.
You said for life.
Keith's always.
Man. Okay. He said I ain't been out the house since March, fam. I'm with you. Trust me, I'm with you. You see this green screen very consistently. It don't miss. Brendan, I wanna play a little game with you right now before we get to the break. Fool's gold or real gold? We'll call it fool's gold or real gold. Preseason, we talked about Taylor Horton Tucker Jr. Forgive me if I'm butchering his name. There's some leaders in the NBA in preseason, and I want to know if it's fool's gold or real gold. And I'm gonna run down the list. You can expand if you want to, or give a short answer. Taylor Horton Tucker Jr. And we're just gonna try to keep things in context. He's leading the NBA in scoring at 26 per. Fool's gold or real gold?
Fool's gold. When the Lakers are rolling, he's not even going to be the third option on that team. Sometimes he won't even be the fifth option a lot of times. So that's definitely fool's gold. I played on remember Jarvis Hayes from Washington Wizards?
Jarvis was killing.
Yeah, man.
Jarvis, didn't he get him a contract? He did something that got a contract.
I'm not sure if he got a second high contract or not, but I know he got like he was.
Hold on, man. Straight A's got Washington is good, bro. Y'all got the number 3 pick in the draft, bro. That's what he's supposed to do.
Hey, listen, man. Jarvis 1 year, I think led the NBA in preseason scoring. It wasn't close to leading us in scoring in the season. So so Taylor Horton, that's fool's gold.
Okay, well, I would just say more so for a guy like him, is he a rotational player? So I guess the real goal would mean we're gonna see this guy during the season playing because he was not even slated to really get off the bench.
I think no. I think he'll.
So we'll call in that sense. That's where we'll say real gold.
Like you say, like he's averaging a lot of points. Now, he's not gonna average a lot of points.
No.
But can he have big moments? Can he get in and be in the rotation? For sure.
Okay. Next, Patty Mills, 4th in the NBA in scoring, 24 per. San Antonio.
Fool's gold. Patty Mills will be in the rotation, but we know Patty ain't gonna average 24. Come on now. Oh, Patty gotta be old now. Patty gotta be in his 30s, man. He ain't gonna come out there in his 30s and just pop off of that and go for 24.
He's too much over there. Is LaMarcus playing? Is he still coming back from the surgery, recovering?
Man, I don't know, but Patty's not gonna average 24. That's fool's gold. I think he can have a good. Patty Mills can play. He can have a good season, but he's gonna average 24. No, that's fool's gold.
Hey, you made a good point one time, dog. I was talking about, man, this guy's injured, this and that. I think it was Zion, and you was like, dog. He had 4 months off. How he still hurt? And I was like, oh, you're right.
Scott, we will have no wizard slander on this live.
Okay. Cedi Osman, Cleveland Cavaliers, averaging 23 per. Fool's gold or real gold? And everybody in the chat, y'all join in, man. I want to see what y'all think of fool's gold or real gold.
I'm going to say real gold. Not because I think he's going to average 23, but I think he will have opportunities to have more nights like that than Taylor Horton or Patty Mills.
Is he the Cavs' best player?
Nah, I don't think so. But I mean, he could
best
be.
Guard. We know Kevin Love is the best player. He got jewelry. Best guard on the team.
I mean, they got those two. I can't put him past. I can't think of Buddy's name. What's Buddy's name? The defensive guard, dark skin guard. I can't think of his name right now for Cleveland.
Hold it, the kid who just got drafted, Okoro?
No,
Okoro had a game-winning layup the other day. Hey, hold on. I forgot to hit you up. Okoro was hitting side 1 and 3s, fam. Fool's gold and real gold. Did you see that?
Fool's gold.
Boy, he was whining it. Boy, he was on fire. Okoro was putting out that work. I was like, shooter.
Yeah, they still got Garland. I can't think of the other kid's name, man. I can't think of his name right now. Sexton, yeah. Sexton. So I can't say
Drummond.
I can't say Cedi Osman is their best player, but I do think he has an opportunity. Listen, that team's not that good. He's gonna have an opportunity to get shots.
Okay. Let's go to the big fellas, rebounds leaders. Fool's gold or real gold? DeAndre Ayton averaging 14 rebounds per.
Real goal. DeAndre Ayton can rebound the basketball. DeAndre Ayton's going to play 30-plus minutes a game. DeAndre Ayton's going to have Chris Paul driving to the basket. He's going to get lots of easy putbacks. Even when Chris Paul misses, he's going to be able to clean up some of those offensive rebounds. So that is real goal. Look for DeAndre Ayton to have his best statistical season in his young career.
Ooh, I got a good one for you, fam. I got a good one. I might. You're going to have to think about this one. Harry Giles of Portland, 13.5 rebounds per.
That's fool's goal. I don't think that there's space for him to get enough minutes to average 13.5. When you talk about the two bigs that they like to play,
Nikola,
Nikola, and then
your man's is out of there. He was leading the NBA in blocks and had to take a minimum. Whiteside. Hard out here for a big fella, fam.
No,
it's you a headache, like dog.
No, do you know how mad I would be if I was Whiteside? But forget that though. I'm just saying they also got Collins on that team, and we know they like Collins as well. It's not going to be enough. It's not. Then they're going to go small sometimes. Probably play Melo at some 4. There's not going to be enough minutes for Harry Giles to average 13.5.
Okay. Fools go to real goal. Clint Capella off an injury, 13 rebounds per.
That's real goal. We know Clint Capella can rebound. We know Trae Young likes to shoot the ball from deep. That means a lot more rebounds for Clint. And then we know he's going to get minutes. Like if this guy gets 30 minutes, 30-plus minutes, he has a chance to get 13 rebounds. He's always been active. He's always been a good rebounder. So that's real goal.
Landon Melo is not going to play enough games to get 6 Man of the Year, fam. 6 Man of the Year is a young man's award, fam.
But there's not enough minutes and shots for Melo to get 6 Man of the Year. You have to understand, Portland quietly had a very good offseason. So when you look at the fact that they brought in Covington, they brought in they brought back Rodney Hood. They brought in Jones Jr. from Miami, the athlete. There's not as many minutes for Melo this year. Like Melo's still going to play, but he's not going to play as many minutes. They have other guys that they can give those minutes to. Gary Trent Jr. proved that he needs a role. There's not as many minutes for Melo this year.
Real quick, man, shout out Get Right Fitness, man. He came in kind of repping in the chat. We do this every single day at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 Eastern, and y'all can figure out in between. Hey, come rep with us every day, man. He got some good input he's throwing in. Bobby Portis at Milwaukee. He's averaging 13.4 per Mr. Fight Night, fam.
Hey, I'm going to knock him out like Fight Night. Hey, listen, dog. Bobby Portis, man. Listen.
Well, no, I can't talk about that because the pod ain't out yet. But I would just say the way Bobby Portis's fight was handled, put an end to it. I'm not going to talk about what we talk about on the pod, but I'll just say that.
That's how fights are supposed to be handled in the NBA. Oh, you fight somebody, next time you fight them, we're going to suspend you. That's how it's supposed to be.
Fools go to real go, though. 13 per for Milwaukee. Can he be that other big man alongside Giannis?
I'm going to say real goal.
Oh, real goal. Okay. I fool with Portis too, by the way.
Well, hold on. I got it.
They got both the Lopez's, or are they going? Are they still there?
One of them gone.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna say that's real goal.
Okay. And we can't expect 13 per, but if he's around 8, playing solid minutes, that's still real good. Okay, let's go to assists per game. Ja Morant of Memphis, Rookie of the Year, 11 assists per game. Fools go real goal.
Real goal. Because he might not get 11, but could Ja Morant get 9 to 10? Yeah.
Really
I'm
good.
gonna say real goal. I'm gonna say real goal.
Hey, the floor general, TJ McConnell over in Indiana, second in the NBA in assists at 9 per.
Nah, that's Fool's goal.
Fool's goal. I like McConnell, man. He just got some size and athletic restrictions, man. But I thought when he left Philly, man, that was a big dent, man, that Philly never made good on. Okay, this may be new. DeMar DeRozan averaging 7 assists per game. Point guard DeRozan, apparently.
Hey, I'm going back on. I'm going back on my Bobby Portis statement. They still got Brook Lopez. Not enough. Like there's not enough time.
Okay. So
they lost Robin Lopez. They still got Brook Lopez, and then Giannis gobbles up rebounds at an insane. So you telling me you're gonna come off the bench behind Brook and get 13 rebounds with Giannis gobbling up 14 to 15 himself?
Yeah.
Ain't no way. Bobby Portis getting 13 rebounds is Fool's goal.
How about point guard DeMar DeRozan averaging 7 per, third in the NBA?
7 assists.
Averaging 7 assists a game. He's third in the NBA. DeMar
I
DeRozan.
almost want to say did he average like 6 assists last year?
I don't know off top, so I can't speak. But I know he has the ball in his hands a whole lot in the San Antonio system, a lot of ball movement and cutting. DeMar DeRozan is a 2 guard, sometimes a 3. 17 per, 7 per. Can he keep them assist tallies really high? That's a very high assist total for a guy who loves to score the basketball.
Well, here's the thing. DeMar averaged 5.5 assists last year. So
Dang,
I think that yeah, so I think that DeMar DeRozan can be in that 5.5 to 7 range because he's gonna they don't have a true point guard. He's gonna have the ball in his hands and dog. He literally averaged 5.6 assists last season. So I think that's real.
Oh, I got a fun one here with you. Spencer Dinwiddie, 7 assists per. We saw Kevin Durant, put the league on notice. We saw Kyrie. No,
put the league on notice.
They look good the other night. They look good, man. Them boys back.
Okay. That's fool's gold.
Oh.
Fool's gold. Spencer Dinwiddie, I don't think he's going to have the ball in his hands enough. Because guess what? To get 7 assists, some nights guys are going to be missing shots, right? So to get 7 assists, you're going to need to have the ball in your hand. Well, KD going to have the ball in his hand. Kyrie going to have the ball in his hand. Karis LeVert going to have the ball in his hand. There's not going to be enough looks, I don't think. I could be wrong because I like Spencer Dinwiddie. But I don't think he's going to get the proper looks on a consistent basis to average 7 assists. That's fool's gold.
Hey, man, Flyer out here punking me. He writing in all caps, and that boy ain't get a badge today. That boy out here, that boy Flyer writing in all caps. He ain't get a badge today. He normally get a badge. He out here punking me today, man. Shout out Flyer. That's my brother anyway.
He feels like you owe him. He feels like you owe him.
He probably does feel like I owe him. That's my brother. He reps with us. Joe Ingles, 7 assists per for Utah. Fool's gold or real gold?
Joey goes slower than me. He ain't getting down the lane.
You know what's crazy, man? Honestly, if you watch Utah play, and I know you have, they run a lot of pick and roll through Joe Ingles. Now, Spider Mitchell is there, Mike Conley's there, so I don't know how much pick and roll they're gonna be running. But when they put him in the game, even to close out games, they'll go fist size swing where Mitchell will come off one. If he don't have it, he'll throw it to Ingles. You know what? Gobert will go with him.
I'm gonna walk that back, man. He averaged 5.2 assists last year, 5.7 the year before. So him getting 7 assists, yeah, he might not get 7, but I gotta say the same thing that he did with that I did with DeMar DeRozan. If you can get 5.5 in a season, you can get 6, possibly 7. So I'm gonna say Ingles has I'm gonna say that's real goal.
That's what I'm saying. I'm with him. You should have some fun with this one because I'm actually outraged at this list. I'm absolutely outraged, and you should enjoy this. Blocks per game. The NBA leader in blocks right now in the preseason, Kyle Anderson of Memphis, is averaging 4 blocks per game.
Fool's gold. He probably's only played 1 game or something like that. You mean Slow-Mo?
My Bruin, man. Slow-Mo, fam.
His nickname is Slow-Mo. They call him that for a reason because he is – listen, this guy, the fact that he is an NBA player is tremendous to me because he has not a drop of athleticism.
My bad, Flyer. He said he did buy a badge and is acting weird. I'm going to take his word for it. That's my brother right there. Hold on. You don't think Slow-Mo can get 4 per?
No. He like.
What if he's Slow-Mo center over there? I don't know. They want to push tempo with John Morant.
I respect Kyle Anderson's game so much. The reason why I respect it is because if most NBA players are blessed with one thing athletically they do well, right? Or if not, they're like dead-eye shooters. Like you're like, well, this guy is super fast, or he's super quick. He changes directions incredibly. He's an incredible leaper. Kyle Anderson probably is on the bottom scale of everything athletic in terms of being an NBA athlete. And he still finds a way to be in the league, got a secondary contract from the Memphis Grizzlies. Oh, I'm amazed by Kyle Anderson. Like I look out there, and when I watch him, I'm like, man, he can't jump. He's not fast. He just know how to play, dog. He got the goods. He just know how to play.
He got the old man game. He got that old man game.
He got the old man athleticism too. But he finds a way to make it work.
And he's 6'9", that don't hurt. 6'9" to handle the basketball, that don't hurt. Magic Johnson wasn't always a speed demon either.
Zach LaVine, the best player to come out of UCLA in the last 7 years? That's about right.
7 years?
That's about right.
That's pro?
Yeah, that's about right. Russ been gone. You know,
I feel like
Kevin
I'm
Love
missing
been
someone
gone.
else. I feel like we have a
Drew
really big
Holiday
name that
been
I'm
gone.
missing.
Last 7 years.
Drew Holiday may have been past 7 years.
Yeah, he has. Definitely, he has.
Yeah.
No, you got to realize, dog. I remember way back when Drew Holiday was an all-star for Philly. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. So Drew Holiday wouldn't work. I mean, we haven't really been hot with the pros lately. It's all good though. We'll be back. Okay, I got one. Jacob Poeltl of San Antonio leading the tied for the league with 4 blocks per.
Jakob Poeltl?
Jakob Poeltl.
Nah, that's not even full.
Okay.
That's cap.
Toronto, Chris Boucher averaging 3 blocks per. Keep in mind, there's no Kawhi there. There's no Gasol. There's no surge protector, Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, we know that Chris Boucher is not going to average 3.5 blocks, but I think that he can go out there and get a lot of blocks this season with no Serge. Like I said, no Serge, no Gasol. They're gonna need that young boy to play. I've been watching him play at Oregon. He's always been able to block shots, even though he's thin and frail. He just protects the rim well.
All right, man. Maybe we can get to this game tomorrow. Forgive me, guys. We went over. Me and Brendan were having some fun. It's time for Big Man Bias, your favorite show. And hold on, first off, let me shout out these badges, man. Forgive me, guys. I try to honor these badges the best they can. Make sure we follow, we support our community. Clearly, Crystal, who's doing her thing, the first lady of the chat, Ange B, the other first lady of the chat. Yes, we have multiple first ladies. My brother Justin Lowe, NBA, we're going to be doing a live soon or doing some fun stuff. Go check out his page. He's got a really cool NBA page, man. He's been repping with us with 3-star badges. Coach D in the building doing his thing over in Temecula, man, getting them boys right. My brother Rich Ali Comedy stunting right now with a 3-star badge. With Robert, too cool for you. Is somewhere missing, man. We used to see Robert here. Shout out Jose Morta with a 2-star badge. What's up, Jose? My brother James Child, straight edge guy, holding us accountable, man, on the time. My bad, James. And Joel SoCal Warrior, my dog, is in the building doing his thing. Guys, please give us your questions, your comments, concerns. It's time for Big Man Bias. This is your time of the show. Forgive us for running over a little bit. We'll finish the rest of this list tomorrow. I think this is some fun stuff because as we watch NBA preseason basketball, we need to know what's going on. Ibaka's looking bad. Was that a good fit for the Clippers?
Yes. Ibaka is going to be a good fit for the Clippers. Listen, man, right now it's an abbreviated offseason. These guys have literally had like 4 or 5 practices, and now they're out there playing preseason games. Don't be worried about Ibaka. We know what he brings to the table. He can block shots, even though he's not blocking shots at the rate that he once did, but he can still block shots. He can shoot the 3. He can catch and finish on the move. He has nice jump hooks and a nice mid-range jumper also. Ibaka will be just fine once he gets his rhythm in LA.
Yeah, and guys, if we miss your questions, feel free to spam them in the chat until we see them. I'm trying my best here. How do you feel about that Washington football team defense in the 49er game? I mean, we've been overachieving, but we started thinking about the playoffs, man. We started thinking about the playoffs, but that boy put on a show, man. Mike Tomlin had his words for Chase Young, and Chase Young started reminding how special he is, man. No, that boy ran after the quarterback, hit him, and ran like a fofo down the field. I said, golly. He different, B. Chase Young is different, fam.
What are you talking about?
For
Washington beat Pittsburgh last week.
And they beat us this week too. Yeah, it was a close game though. 49ers are playing solid. We're playing good football. So, I mean, it was a heck of a play. Only a stud like that. How many years before LaMelo becomes an all-star?
He got some work to do. I'm going to say 4, 5. I'd say 5.
Fair.
If he's working on this game, because the thing is, like, Charlotte is going to take them a while to be up there in wins. So his numbers are going to have to be really good. So we're talking about, I say 4 years he'll have a chance to be an all-star. Somebody said, the Wizards are going to be a playoff team this year. You're damn right they're going to be a playoff team this year, Ryan. I'll have no Wizards slandered on this.
I believe whether you work for him or not, I believe because Westbrook in the Eastern Conference gets you there. If y'all want to talk about how good Westbrook is or whatever, it's still a feat that a single player can get you to the playoffs. And now you add in Bradley Beal, who did everything he could, but on his own. Oh, can I ask you a question? But this may be putting you in a bad spot.
Okay, ask me a question. No, go ahead.
Who's better, Russell Westbrook or Bradley Beal?
Who's better right now? It would have to be Bradley Beal. You know, when you look at his ability to make shots from all over the court.
If Brad can't get you to the playoffs, but Westbrook by himself could.
I don't know if Westbrook by himself.
They don't win too much. You know, I mean, it was him and Steven Adams, fam.
Yeah, I don't know if Westbrook by himself right now could get you to the playoffs.
Okay.
But I think that Wesley and Bradley Beal will get the Washington Wizards to the playoffs. What'd I say?
Wesley.
I don't know why I said Wesley.
Don't disrespect our name. Don't forget our Bruins name, fam.
Yeah. I think I need to get that right. I got a game to do on Thursday. But Westbrook and Beal, I think definitely will get the Wizards to the playoffs this year. And not, like you said, not because I work for them, it's because making the bottom of the playoffs in the Eastern Conference is really not that hard.
Okay.
Can you win 40 games? You can get there.
Okay. Ravens or Bears?
To do what?
I'm assuming they play. Is that the Monday night game? I know Angie is repping this.
Nah. The Monday night game is Cleveland versus the Ravens.
Okay.
But if I had to pick Ravens versus Bears, I would take the Ravens because if they win tonight, the rest of their schedule is a little cakey. They got a lot of easy games.
Why did you punch Antonio Davis in the face when you played for the Wizards? Keith is a troll, low key. He's a very intelligent troll.
Listen, man, I have no idea.
I'm sure you know the clip is circulating, right?
I did see that. It was like a fight clip. I have honestly, that was one of those things that I wasn't even meant to be over there with Antonio.
Hey, hold on. By the way, we have 2 Brendan Haywood fight stories coming live to you on the Opinionated 7-Footers podcast. When you see the Larry Hughes podcast drop, there's a Brendan fight story on there. And clearly, when you see Eton Thomas, there's a fight story there. So y'all got some gold coming. Don't miss these episodes.
Yeah, we got to do some editing on the Eton Thomas joint. I'm gonna edit that joint like MJ on The Last Dance. It's gonna be my story told.
The B-roll gonna be horrible. No.
What? Oh man. Hey, listen, people. Hey, by the time me and Justin cut that thing up, you're gonna be like, B, you missing like 3 things. Like, yeah, I left that out.
Oh.
Hey, hold on. Jason Nassif said B Wood got dunked on so hard by KD. You are 100% correct. That is like I've been dunked on a couple of times.
Let me ask this though. You're a shot blocker. You weren't ready for that one, and that one surprised me. What happened on that play, fam?
I'm going to tell you exactly what happened on that play. I trusted my teammates. If you ever look, no. If you ever look at that play, we had talked, because that's in the playoffs, right? And that's probably, like I got dunked on by, who dunked on me in my career? Tim Duncan caught me once.
Jason
KD.
Richardson.
Nah, Jason Richardson didn't catch me.
Jay Rich caught you, fam.
Nah. When I talk about dunk on, like I ain't talking like, because
it was contact and one. He got you good, fam. I'm not even trying to front. I swear, he got you good, fam.
I listen. I know you said that, but I literally looked up. I looked at the game that you said it happened in. I can't even find it.
Game probably isn't on. We didn't have a TV. We didn't have TV schedule.
Fam, I can't back then. I don't even remember that. So like, I don't remember that play.
Because I got two people on the same play.
Fam, you be capping.
I'm not even.
You're not. You be capping. Let me tell my story, okay? So this, like we can't even find that play that you're talking about. Like no one cares. But the play where KD dunked on me, and it was nasty, right? We went over that play in practice probably 10,000 times. It's an out of bounds play, and what they do is they throw the ball to KD, quick rip through, and and the whole right side is cleared out for him with nobody in the corner, one player in the corner. So because they had so many people on the weak side, what was supposed to happen was when KD caught that ball, Peja Stojakovic is supposed to jump on KD's right hand. I'm supposed to be on the left, I'm supposed to be on the other side. So when KD catches the ball, he can't go right. He has to drive left. And because the out of bounds man is still there, They had another player in the corner. We were supposed to send KD almost to what we call a triangle, where he was going to be met by 3 players and be forced to pass the ball in a really tight space where we could all rotate. So that's what's supposed to happen. When KD catches the ball, he's supposed to try to drive. When he catches the ball, he's supposed to be forced to his left, and basically a 3-man triangle is going to force KD to pass the ball or take a tough shot. What happens is, for some reason, we put Peja Stojakovic on KD. Mistake number one. Peja shouldn't be going. Old Peja with a bad back in the playoffs. Peja, like, he shouldn't be guarding KD, AD, JD. He should be. There's no way Peja should be on. Like, I'm still trying to, as much as I love and respect Rick Carlisle, I'm trying to figure out who the hell signed off on Peja Stojakovic guarding one of the best young scorers in NBA history, right? KD catches his ball in his prime. Now, mind you, because, you know, this is literally my first play in the game. I'm not even loose. They call out the play. We all call it out. We know what's coming. Force him left. Cross the side. I don't even cross to that side of the lane, because why would I? I know I'm helping on the left-hand side. All of a sudden, he catches it. Quick swipe through. I said, oh, snap. He went to the right. So now I got to cross the lane to get there. And when I crossed the lane, he took off from far away. I'm like, I can still get this. Right? And then I thought I could still get it, right? And then all of a sudden, like, he hit me. I didn't even see the play. I just fell back, and I all of a sudden I heard the whole crowd say, ooh. I looked at my man. I was like, did that go in? He was like, yeah, it went in. And KD was standing over there mean mugging me. I was like, oh man, this play about to be all over sports. And it was so nasty. But I will say, I
didn't even know KD had that. I'm going to be honest. I knew KD was that. I didn't know he had that.
KD got a lot of bodies. And here's the thing, like, go look at KD's nastiest dunks. I'm going to be up there, like, play number 1 or 2. But he caught a lot of big man bodies in his day. Like, KD ain't just out here dunking on point guards. Like, KD he done dunked on a lot of bigs, like, just, like, good Lord. So, like, yeah, that's how the KD dunk happened. But I'll say this, though. Played 14 years. You can really remember me getting dunked on, like, twice. I blocked more shots than I got dunked on, I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. You know what I was mad? The 2 times I got banged on, I've been banged on more than twice, don't get me wrong, but I think
I banged on you for sure. I banged on you for sure.
You're not banging on me, B.
No, I'm talking about in summer basketball. I definitely bet 2-hand joint.
I mean, maybe you did. I don't remember that. Normally I remember stuff like that. I love them so much.
I do, because you talk shit. I remember. Take that with you.
Like, be in the area, or you?
Not like young Ryan Hollins trying to recover. Pick that. Get over here, young fella. Get stuff in the rim.
You probably got me one of those. I told you Shaq got me and Amari, and I was mad on both of them, because the same thing, like you said, scouting report, fam. K-Love let Amari walk down the lane on his right hand and just yak across me, fam. And when I say Kevin Love, it was almost like K-Love set me up. Like, he went like this, and at the very last second was like, go ahead, like, dog, foul him, body him underneath. Like, what?
I gotta see that, man. No.
Amari, he got me good. But if you watch K-Love, it's like, what are you doing? He like.
That's the one advantage to playing on a sorry ass team. When you get dunked on like that, people don't remember it, because people wasn't like the Minnesota Timberwolves.
It wasn't like a play, like yours was a playoff dunk. Like, it wasn't a playoff dunk, but
like that's what I'm saying. Like, dog, my joint was a playoff dunk. Like, and it's Kevin Durant. You get dunked on when you on a sorry team, man. That ain't gonna be like that dunk. KD had a dunk that they're going to show for the next 15 years. Like, they're going to show that dunk the same way like they show like Sean Kemp when he dunked on Buddy and pointed to him. Like, that's going to be one of the plays they just always show. And I'm cool. Hey, listen, I'm cool with that, because I got a ring that year now.
And Shaq got me. We worked on it. We worked on a double team. Sending him to the middle for, I want to say, like 30 minutes out of 40 minutes.
He rolls on Dragic. That's a good one too. Yeah, good continue.
Probably 40 minutes out of 30 minutes to shoot around in Dallas. and the double was supposed to come, and Shaq, big fella, just took his time. Oof, 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 turned around and got me. And that's when I realized in the NBA, even if you have a double coming, play him like you have no double. Because I'm playing him like the double's coming, like, oh, okay, like 1 dribble, 2 dribble, 3, 4. I'm panicking. Boom. And I'm like, dog, come on, y'all let him get me. And hold on. Well, all right, before we get to this, y'all keep putting in questions, guys. Forgive me. I'm not trying to just go on the question. Who's your best dunk on? Like that. If we look up Brendan Haywood dunk, who's your best like bang out? Who'd you catch probably the worst?
I'm trying to think. I've had a couple, man, but like my best bang outs ain't gonna like because I wasn't a star player, so they're not gonna go through a montage in my dunk. I caught Nick Collison pretty good. I caught Jermaine O'Neal one year pretty good. Do you remember dude? What's his name? Stefan something. Vladimir the something. I called him. He played for
Vladimir Romanovich.
Nah, I caught early in my career, early B. But I caught Sean Bradley. I caught him, got him good. Sean
Bradley.
Bradley.
Big fella?
Oh, I went big game hunting on Sean Bradley. Come get some, gobble him up.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who else. Caught off the rim on Shaq. It wasn't nasty, but for me, I'm counting that. Like, Shaq, he went for the rebound, caught it, was on his back. Big fella. I didn't say nothing to him, though. I didn't want no smoke.
Hey, man, listen.
You know, I was known to dunk and howl at the moon. Oh, I ain't say nothing. Caught off the rim on Shaq and ran down the court. Like,
hey, fam, I was an Instagram dunker before Instagram. Like, if Instagram had been popping when we was playing, boy, dog, I'd have been Insta famous, fam. Dog, when all them how the highlights come and people be more famous from the highlight, dog, I had all kind of dunks. But nah, too bad. Them dunks don't go like that.
You want to know one of the more underrated dunks people haven't seen? When Byron Mullins dunked on LaMarcus Aldridge. Like a lot of people, like Byron Mullins, he played in Charlotte. He dunked on LaMarcus Aldridge. Nasty. There's been a lot of nasty dunks in history, though. Like,
all right, James.
Like certain dunks that they're always going to be showed. Like they're always going to show D Wade dunking on Varejao. They're all Blake Griffin on Kendrick. Blake Griffin on Kendrick Perkins. Blake Griffin on Mozgov. They're gonna show D Wade on Kendrick Perkins too. Remember
Love Child, absolutely. Because it was 2 bigs in the paint waiting for us, so they wasn't giving us no darn dunks.
Oh yeah, that's right. Vince on Zoe. Vince.
He took that thing back to North Carolina, fam. He put that thing back to North Carolina and banged on him.
Yeah, that was nasty.
I'll probably say my signature dunk, like the biggest one I've ever had, was not the best, but the biggest is when I caught that tip jam on Tim Duncan, because it was in the playoffs, it was in Dallas. That tip jam on Tim Duncan was the best one. Vince Carter Olympic.
All right, man, we got one more question, man, and I'm up out of here. Y'all know it's Monday Night Football, man. I gotta go watch Nick.
My bad, y'all. We trying to give y'all the overtime. My bad, y'all. Tom Chambers on Mark Jackson, yes. T-Mac
really did the Vince. B Wood really did the Vince celebration on Collins, and I don't even what's the Vince celebration. I remember I did the picture joint. I got you in my picture. I didn't know Vince did that. T-Mac on Sean Bradley was
Scotty on Pat Ewing. Yeah, that was ugly.
Yeah, Scotty on Pat Ewing was definitely ugly. Definitely ugly.
Hold on. I'm not trying to get political. Is Trump still in the White House?
Man, I'm out of here, dog. Hey, man, y'all have.
I didn't know. I'm just asking, fam.
Hey, man, I ain't got time for Trump, man. Y'all be cool. We'll catch y'all tomorrow.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all for coming through. Hold on, man. Let me get these badges up, y'all. Y'all have been repping with us heavy. We appreciate the community and family that we're building here, man. And one thing I'm gonna say, man, we gotta support each other, man. We all we got. So listen, shout out and go follow Clearly Crystal, the first lady of chat, Ange B, my brother Justin Lowe, NBA, Coach D repping out in Temecula, Rich Ali Comedy, who is killing it, Jose Huerta, my brother James Child, straight edge guy, and Joel SoCal Warrior, man. AI on Canby. No, my dog, that's not my fam. Joel, don't blame me for that one, man. Okay, yeah, I had no idea, man. I'm not trying to go there. But listen, man, love child, appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you guys for repping with us. We'll be here tomorrow, 4 Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern, man. You guys have been amazing. I'm going to check y'all later, man.